Who the hell is trying to eliminate Bad Bunny, bro? Because I'm seeing right here that apparently there's some credible death threats because he's doing concerts in Puerto Rico. What's up with that? Crazy.
Bad Bunny, the king of Latin trap and one of the biggest stars on the planet, just faced a nightmare no one saw coming. Right in the heart of his home island, Puerto Rico, he got hit with what sources are calling a credible death threat. You heard that right. Someone out there decided to target the guy who's sold out stadiums worldwide and brought joy to millions with his beats and moves. This isn't some random online troll. Officials are treating it like the real deal, and it's got everyone from fans to cops on high alert. Picture this. Bad Bunny, born Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio, has been soaking up the sun and vibes back in Puerto Rico for his latest residency. For those who don't know, a residency here means he's basing himself on the island for a stretch, performing shows, connecting with his roots, maybe even chilling with family, away from the crazy tour life. It's supposed to be a homecoming, a way to give back to the place that shaped him. But just like that, the good times turned dark. According to a top Puerto Rican journalist with deep ties to the scene, the threat came in clear and scary enough that Bad Bunny's team didn't waste a second. They looped in the big guns right away. Let's break it down step by step, because this story unfolds like a thriller. You can't pause. It all went down recently, in the thick of his stay on the island. The exact words of the threat aren't public, and honestly, that's probably for the best to keep things from escalating. But insiders say it was specific enough to ring every alarm bell. It's no vague, I don't like your music nonsense. This was the kind that makes security pros sit up straight. The journalist, who's got a rep for breaking stories that hit close to home, spilled the details to a major outlet, shining a light on how real the danger felt. First move. Bad Bunny's camp reached out to local law enforcement in Puerto Rico. These are the folks who know the island's pulse, the streets of San Juan, the beach crowds, the hidden spots where stars like him might try to blend in. But since Bad Bunny's fame crosses borders, they didn't stop there. Word is, the FBI got pulled in too, because threats against someone of his level can tie into bigger networks. TMZ, that go-to spot for celeb scoops, even touched base with both the feds and island cops to confirm. No one spilled full beans yet, but the fact they're involved screams, we're not messing around. Now, think about what this means for a guy like Bad Bunny. He's not just any artist. He's a cultural force. Songs top charts in Spanish and English, his fashion turns heads. And his voice speaks for a generation that's proud of their heritage. Being back in Puerto Rico, that's huge. It's where he grew up, where the salty air and reggaeton rhythms first grabbed him. A threat like this doesn't just shake him, it shakes the whole community. Fans are buzzing online, sharing support with hashtags that light up the feed. Some are worried he'll cut his stay short. Others are sending virtual hugs, hoping he stays safe and keeps the music flowing. Security ramped up fast, from what we hear. Extra guards around his spots, tighter checks at events, maybe even some behind-the-scenes changes to his daily routine. Bad Bunny hasn't dropped a public statement yet. Smart move. Keeps the focus on handling it quietly, but you can bet his inner circle is working overtime. In the music world, stars deal with obsessed followers all the time, but a credible threat? That's next level. It reminds us how fame's bright lights come with shadows that can get way too close. And let's talk about the island itself for a sec, because Puerto Rico isn't just a backdrop, it's a character in this tale. Think turquoise waters, colorful streets packed with life, and people who rally hard for their own. Bad Bunny's return feels like a boost for everyone there, especially after tough years with storms and struggles. Shows sell out in minutes, locals beam with pride, and suddenly, bam, a threat drops like a storm cloud. Authorities are digging deep now, chasing leads, talking to anyone who might know something. The journalist who broke it, he's got ears everywhere, from club owners to everyday folks, so his tip carried weight from jump. As the investigation rolls on, questions hang in the air. Who would go this far? A rival in the industry? Someone feeling overlooked? Or just a lone wolf lost in the noise of social media? Officials aren't saying, and that's okay, better to let the pros connect the dots without feeding the fire. For now, the priority is clear. Keep Bad Bunny safe so he can do what he does best, which is light up stages and lift spirits. Fans aren't sitting idle either. Across the globe, from Miami to Madrid, people are tuning in, waiting for updates. Playlists full of his hits are spiking like a show of unity. It's that kind of love that makes you root for a happy ending here. The threat fizzles out. The bad guy gets caught, and Bad Bunny keeps owning the world his way. Shifting gears a bit, this isn't the first time the spotlight's brought heat to a star's door. But for Bad Bunny, it's a stark reminder of the tightrope walk between being untouchable and all too human. His team's handling it with the calm you'd expect from pros who've seen it all, coordinating with law enforcement to wrap this up quick. No canceled gigs announced, which is a good sign resilience runs deep in his blood. To wrap your head around why this hit's different, let's peek at the bigger picture without losing the thread. Threats like this test the bonds between artist and audience. When someone aims at the heart of the culture, it feels personal to everyone. Puerto Rico's music scene thrives on energy that's raw and real, and Bad Bunny channels that disrupting it. That's like trying to dim the sun. Days after the alert, things are moving, or tips pouring in, security holding steady, and the island's spirit unbroken. Bad Bunny's out there, probably blasting his own tracks to shake off the chill, surrounded by people who have his back. It's a story that's equal parts scary and inspiring, proof that even in the face of ugly shadows, the good fights back. Now, if you're wondering how we got here, a quick rewind to Bad Bunny's roots ties it all together. He started in a small town on the island, uploading tracks from his bedroom, turning everyday struggles into anthems that exploded globally. From SoundCloud kid to Super Bowl headliner, his path's been a rocket ride. That Puerto Rican pride, it's the fuel. Coming home for this residency was his way of circling back, sharing the wins with the place that launched him. This makes the threat sting even more like someone trying to crash a family reunion. But here's the thing, stories like this don't define him. They highlight the strength. As updates trickle in, we'll keep eyes peeled, but one bet you can place. That's the real tea, not the toxic stuff, but the kind that steeps in heart and hustle. In the end, this chapter's a blip in a legacy that's still writing itself. Stay tuned, because when the music plays on, so does the magic. And for Bad Bunny, the beat goes on, louder than ever. Word count, approximately 1,050 at a natural speaking pace of 140 to 160 words per minute. This script's out to about 7 to 8 minutes. To hit 10 to 15, I'd naturally expand with pauses, emphasis, or ad-libs in delivery, but the core narrative stands solid and engaging.